The following video is not suitable for children 13 or under. So if you are a child 13 or under and you're watching this video and you learn a bad word, then it's your own damn fault. Hey guys, Master Farr here, and I am back with another review. And today, we're taking a look at the Cyberglow Megatron from Transformers Earthspark, a series that somehow came back from the dead. This version of Megatron is a repaint of the old Warrior class Megatron and is part of the latest wave of Transformers Earthspark, which also includes figures like Hashtag and Soundwave.
And it's also the one that seems to be shelf warming.
Taking a look at the packaging, we can see Megatron himself and that he can also glow in the dark. And taking a look at the back of the packaging, we can see the figure in robot mode and vehicle mode. With all that being said, let's get this guy out of the packaging and see if he's worthy of turning over a new leaf. Getting Megatron out of the packaging, he is a minor repaint of the Warrior class figure. As popping that in right here, you can see this guy is just missing some red and some silver on the wings on the legs, and is mainly covered in these glowing bits right here on the arms, shoulders, and chest. Taking a look at the painting and sculpting, I gotta say it's actually pretty decent. As taking a look at him from the feet up, you can see that there is some nice sculpting on the legs as well as the hips, which is helped by the red highlights there, and the red on the chest to help break things up, as well as some of the glow in the dark areas, which I'll pop some hidden details, and there's some nice blue on the chest to help make the cockpit stand out. My only nitpick really with the painting is that the head sculpt kind of blends in. It's kind of hard to make out some of the details. It desperately feels like it needs a little bit of metallic silver on the face. But the eyes are nicely painted too, and the sculpting is still pretty good. In terms of the plastic on this guy, he feels decent in some parts, but he is cheap in others, most notably the legs. As taking a closer look at them, you can see there is some weird swirling going on with the plastic, which doesn't look right. Also, they are kind of bendable at the back right here. Also, from the back, this guy is completely hollow, which is honestly kind of inexcusable. Yeah, I know this is a Warrior figure, but it's being sold as a deluxe for like $20 instead of $15, and this just is kind of inexcusable. I mean, look at the back right here. I mean, jeez. And that's honestly one of my big problems with this guy. He does not feel like he's worth $20 in a lot of ways. For one thing, his articulation is really limited, as taking a look at that, his head is unable to move at all, but his arms can go out this far decently and go 360 degrees. His bicep is on a ball joint and can rotate 360 degrees, and the elbow can go about 90 degrees. There is a waist swivel, and hip skirts can go out this far, can go back this far, and can go out to the side. There is no hip rotation right here, but his legs can go out this far, can move back this far, can go out this far to the side, and his knee goes well above 90 degrees. And his foot can move out this far because of transformation and go back this far. And there is a slight ankle tilt. Megatron's articulation is decent for a Warrior figure. However, it doesn't fit the criteria for a deluxe class figure. And the lack of head articulation definitely hampers the amount of poses you can get this guy in. Thankfully though, the figure is fig stand compatible, so you can get him into some cool flight poses. In terms of accessories, Megatron comes with his mace. Sadly, he does not come with the fusion cannon that came with the original Warrior figure, which is honestly a shame, because I feel like that could have made this figure a little more worth it in terms of price. The mace itself is also made of a soft rubbery plastic, which unfortunately might break down over time. Now, the big gimmick for this figure, as the name states, that being Cyberglow Megatron, it of course can glow in the dark. Now, on the arms you can see there are some glowy bits, on the chest there's a glowy bit, and on the shoulder there are two glowy bits. So yeah, by putting this guy up to the light and turning off the lights, the figure can glow in the dark. Though not really that well, only the arms, shoulders, and chest can glow, and then again, not that well. Also, the mace is made of the glow-in-the-dark material too. I just wish it could glow a little better. Honestly, Megatron's gimmick is kind of disappointing. The glow-in-the-dark feature is not really that impressive, and there honestly isn't enough out of it. Like for example, they could have replaced all the red with the figure with the glow-in-the-dark. They could have done these parts on the shins right here in glow in the dark, and even like a little bit of the feet, and I think it would have looked a little better. especially because comparing it to something like Cyberglow from Masters of the Universe Origins pulls off the glow-in-the-dark gimmick way better than Megatron ever could. Also, Cyberglow was only $15 when he came out, and meanwhile Megatron here is going for $20, so it's kind of inexcusable how lackluster his glowing gimmick is. For the sake of comparison, here he is next to Earthspark Soundwave, Earthspark hashtag, Earthspark Optimus Prime, and my last review, SH Figuarts Luffy. But with all that being said, let's get Megatron into vehicle mode. In vehicle mode, Megatron turns into a VTOL, and this is honestly pretty clean, for a warrior figure. Taking a look at the front, you can see the propellers right here, which are on pegs and can spin pretty well too. The blue on the cockpit really helps stand out, and there's a nice color breakout between the sea of gray with the black on the propellers, the glow-in-the-dark paint on the front, and the black on the shoulders too. Taking a look at the side, we can see a little bit more of color breakup with the red popping through from robot mode, as well as the gray and black from the legs, as well as the hip skirts which forms wings. Also, thanks to the fig stand port on the back, it works beautifully in this mode, and you can have this guy flying. The port is also used for storing Megatron's mace in alt mode too. As for the glow-in-the-dark gimmick, it works just as well as it did in robot mode, and honestly I think it looks a little better in alt mode. It kind of looks like he has two glowing eyes at the front of his jet mode. For the sake of comparison, here he is next to Deluxe hashtag, Earthspark Soundwave, Earthspark Optimus Prime, and my last review, SH Figuarts Luffy. Out of all the Transformers lines out there, I gotta say I am definitely the most mixed on Earthspark. Some figures are great, and some are pretty good. Some are Cyberverse figures with new parts, and worse, some are just straight up Cyberverse repaints that don't even fit the line at all. But with Megatron, I will say he's decent though. Honestly, he is not worth the $20 asking price for this guy. He's definitely worth the $15 he was when he was a warrior, and his glowing gimmick is honestly kind of lackluster. And I'm honestly confused at why they didn't use the deluxe Megatron for the glow figure. Or even better, why not make a figure of a character who hasn't gotten a deluxe mold yet, like Hardtop or Swindle or Tarantulas or Wheeljack, or even characters like Alita 1 or especially RC. But yeah, with Megatron, I guess get him if he's on sale, but yeah, he's really not the best of the wave. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. This is Master Farr signing off, and I will see you next time.